The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare the table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I visit. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah. Where two and three meet in the name of the Most High Jah. That's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain same way. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is saved. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa, Negusto, Daniel, Koma ya sataya. Haimana pio aya. Kadama we gromabe ya tela e. Au mauso bolisa. Adano water. Ewo asikle for. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO. And here we speak truth to power. And of course, my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different kinds, shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, and flavors. Abandon all their differences, relegating all of them, all those differences to the sideline, and relocating into the black pot to be subjected to some amount of heating so that they produce what is known as food. Interestingly, the food does not even benefit the black pot, neither does it benefit the ingredients directly. It benefits us, the eaters. So nutritious, so sumptuous. Yet every time there will be that collaborative effort between the black pot and the ingredients to produce food. It is this selfishness, yes, the selflessness that we must all appreciate. It is this selflessness that all of us must try to uphold in high esteem. Selfishness we must eschew and relegate to the background. Selflessness should be the key. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And remember, the African black pot represents the continent of Africa, and the ingredients in the black pot represent us as a people. We must come together, collaborate, and this time around, we must produce what is known as development for our people, our continent, our land. Does it really matter if we produce the food and we don't eat it ourselves? No, not at all. We must be generational thinkers. Once we make the food, some other people must enjoy that. And if they do enjoy that, we are fulfilled. Just like the black pot and the ingredients, we must be that Joshua generation that plants trees, generational thinkers. We might not live long enough to benefit from the shades of these trees, but should we worry? No, we mustn't. Generations yet to come will benefit from the shades of these trees, just as we are enjoying the shades of trees planted by generations before that did not live to enjoy these shades. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and we are highly supported by Isit, I-S-I-T, and Isit simply means in spirit, in truth. Now, hearing about the spirit and hearing about the truth, you know that this is a very positive app. It is that app built by Ghanaians. Yes, Ghanaian engineers in America. Oh my God, support the African business. Now, what is it all about? It's simple. Now, if you're tired of social media's negativity, the violence, the racism, the nudity, the nakedness, oh, then this is your app. With Isit, The engineers are so powerful. They have been able to build algorithms that sap out any negativity before they even show up. This is the app everybody's using right now. And I am on this app. What are you waiting for? Link up with me. And it's about to get big. All over Africa, everybody's talking about Isit. Oh my God. And I'm proud to be a solid ambassador of this powerful app. In a few years to come, this is the app that is going to take over the whole world, because this is where positivity is. Now, what does Isit do? Isit does everything positive that social media does, and even more. No negativity. You can go live. You can at the same time, make video calls and audio calls, and it's crystal clear. On Isit, all your personal information is protected. It cannot be hacked. No, sir. On Isit, there are people, human beings, who are standing by 25 hours a day, 8 days a week to make sure that you are satisfied with the app. Download it from App Store and Google Play for free. Connect with family and friends. Upload your photographs and your videos. Talk about your business. Tell your story and let the whole world get to see this. Now, when you are on Isit, everybody knows that you are a positive-minded person. Meet other positive-minded people and, of course, make your business thrive. This is our app, our responsible social media app. Isit. Now remember that we are also on YouTube. Our YouTube page or channel is called Blakk Empire Media. Blakk Empire Media. Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit on the notification button so that anytime we come your way, you'll be the first to pick up the vibes that we have for you. Our numbers are also scrolling on the screens. Please pick up the numbers and do business with us. We are ready to do business with you. And as the numbers are scrolling, so would your business also scroll all over the world, and everybody would get to see what business you're doing. Now, when you do business with us, you are not only supporting us to continue in our positive strides, but you are also supporting other people who are employed under this banner. This is the blackboard, aka Kuku Show, and here we don't personalize issues. It's an issues-based conversation. We don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize on one condition: to build and not to destroy. Here we don't talk politics. What we talk about is patriotism. We are seeking to rewire the mindset of the average African. And if the average African's mindset is righted, every other thing will be righted. Hear me now. This is the blackboard, aka Kuku Show, and everybody likes this show. Today we have a number of issues we're going to look at, and we need you to come along. Remember, we are also on all social media platforms, and the name is Blakk Empire Media. Story number 1. Watch it. Now, we all know that yesterday we talked about some railway line thieves. And today, oh my God have mercy, the police followed up on this and grabbed these people. We want to say thank you so much to the Ghana police. Our stories are hot. The police would always find information. Africans love this channel because this is the channel where we speak nothing but the truth. We are very, very Pan-Africanist minded. And we are glad that the Ghana police, these people. Now, as you saw in the videos, you will see a gentleman talking about rail lines that have been cut. The earlier video, that is the video, you can see that line. You see the line in the middle. In fact, it used to be a rail line. But some very terrible non-patriots decided to cut the line. And if you follow this video to the end, you will see the other side of the line. And in this video, as we said yesterday, these thieves were planning to come back in the night and harvest the rest of the rail lines. Remember, this government in power promised that we're going to have bullet trains in Ghana. They even talked about sky trains. Maybe that is why these thieves have decided that no, it's time now to cut off these lines. After all, we are now going to have sky trains and they might not need rail lines. My brother, my sister, is so sad. We have always said it. If the mindset is right, every other thing will be righted. They don't have the right mindset. These are the people who have been arrested. But if you look at the next video, you'll be shocked how much rail lines they actually cut. So much loaded up. As we showed you yesterday, so much they loaded up on an articulated truck and decided to go out and sell. My brother, when I see things like this, I cringe. I cry. Because this is money coming from the Ghanaian taxpayer. Do you know how much it costs to lay down rail lines that are even just 10 centimeters long, 100 meters long, 1,000 meters long, 1 kilometer long? Do you know how much this costs? And responsible people would get out and cut them and sell to Chinese in Tema. The Chinese would take this back to China, smelt it, fabricate some things and bring back to us and sell to us. Where are we going? It's a cyclical, routine poverty on the spin. And it's so sad. That's it. Watch the video. These are the rail lines that have been cut. The rail lines that I was just showing you a few seconds ago. The Ghanaian taxpayers' money. And you'll be shocked that this passed through a lot of police checkpoints. And the police allowed this to pass after taking some peanuts from these thieves. How will the nation grow? Look, I am telling you, and I'm not a prophet of doom. If we don't go back to the days of Pan-Africanism and patriotism, this nation will never work. We can build all the sky trains. We can build all the bullet trains. We can flood the nation with street lights and everything. Nothing would happen. These thieves will still go around and steal every little one of them. Until the mindset is right. Until our people are made to understand that if you steal a penny from the taxpayer, you are stealing from yourself. And that if you protect the taxpayers' coffers, then you are actually protecting yourself and your children. Politicians have to make this happen by the way they relate to the taxpayers' money. Now, if we all get to relate to this, then we know that we stand a better chance of seeing our nation grow. The average American, the average English person, the average British will report even his own mother or father if they are caught disturbing the peace and the coffers of America or England. True or false? But here, no. We protect the thieves because they are our thieves. As long as it's our thief, it's okay. When he steals from you, he will come and give part of it to us. So it's a stealing routine. Their thieves would also come and steal from us and take to their own people. And because that's their thief, they will protect him. What is happening to us? Now look at the story. Ghana police nab suspects transporting allegedly stolen rail tracks and steel sleepers. Oh my God. Come here. Let's look at it. Come here. Come here. Watch me. It says the Ghana Police Service has arrested 2 individuals in connection with the alleged theft of rail tracks and steel sleepers belonging to the Ghana Railway Development Authority. The suspects, identified as Ibrahim John and Bashiru Ibrahim, were apprehended while transporting the items to Ferro Fabric Limited Yard in Tema. However, officials from the company were not present at the time of the arrest and have been asked by the police to report to the police to assist with the investigation. The police, in a post on Facebook, said the Ministry of Railway Development has also been contacted, and officials from the ministry are expected to meet with police tomorrow to provide further information and assistance with the ongoing investigation. In addition, 3 DAF trucks that were being used to transport the stolen items have been impounded and parked at the National Police Training School. Did you see that? How many trucks? Not only 1 truck in that video. There are 2 more. It is their business to steal. The first video where you saw somebody walking and videotaping the area that they had stolen the trucks from already, he walked several yards before he arrived at the next point where they would begin stealing from. that night. And he was proud to say that they had done a good job. My brother, my sister, we are sitting on the branch and cutting the same branch, forgetting that when the branch is falling, we'll fall down with the branch. Look how much they have stolen. And they are able to transport this all the way from where this was stolen to Tema. Look at the distance. Police checkpoints all over the place, and police proudly will take peanuts from this and encourage the people to steal more. The police forget that they themselves are going to be affected. I don't know what kind of human beings we are. Honestly, I don't. Dash it away and come here. I don't know what kind of people we are. Honestly, we seem to be some zoo animals. In fact, zoo animals are even better. We seem to be some jungle animals. And in the jungle, there's no law, there's no order. Each one for himself. They say the fittest survive. How can you, a normal thinking human being, wake up one day and go and cut rail lines and sell? You are harvesting almost every metal you see on the street. All because of the influx of Chinese businesses in this country. Before we had Chinese businesses here, nobody stole a rail line. Before we had that, nobody was even going around picking up metals. But today is big business. People have sold these metals. They call them scraps. They have built story buildings. And their kingpin has built number 1 Oxford Street, Cheddar. He used to be a scraps boy. I am proud where he has reached. But I'm sure that he himself will not be happy about the way these people are stealing from themselves. It hurts me, my brother, my sister. If I mean to talk about this, we'll go on and on and on. Now we have arrested just 2 boys. You'll be shocked that it's a whole gang. You'll be shocked that there's even a minister who is supporting them and financing them. You will be shocked that even the Ministry of Railways, some members in there know about this theft. And they are sitting down there after all. But for your information, trains are not even in Ghana anymore. The last train that I saw carried firewood and goats in there. And that was several years ago. Human beings don't sit in trains in Ghana anymore. There is only one train in Ghana. I see the same train every time. There was one that was painted in Ghana what colors. We see that once every 10 years. In fact, every developed country has to depend on trains in order to develop. If you go to Nigeria, their train system is now working so well. When you go to Rwanda, the main land transport system is the train system. They have bullet trains in Egypt, bullet trains in Rwanda. But in Ghana, we don't even have scrap trains. The last trains that we saw that were spoiled, the same boys have gone to cut them into pieces and they have sold to Chinese as scrap metals. How many of us remember Titanic? No, I'm not talking about the American Titanic. I'm talking about Tema Titanic. There was a ship that came all the way, in fact, and anchored there. That ship had a problem. Whatever happened, they were not able to repair it. They were looking for the right engineers to come and repair that. Scraps boys went in there and cut small pieces of this ship until now there's nothing. Today, if there's a way these boys can turn human beings into metals, they will turn them into metals and sell them. We are all in trouble. There's nowhere in Ghana that any metal is safe. In front of my house, I have this metal that is on top of a gutter. I got home and it was gone. Scraps boys have come to take it away. The next house, they came and took the metals away. So the pastor opposite my house decided that now the metal that is going to sit on this gutter, in fact, he has padlocked it with chains, burying the chains right into the ground, cemented. Now, if you want to steal it, you must break the cement. You must break the padlock. I will not be surprised if these boys would come and take that. Because if they can cut rail lines, your padlock is nothing. What is happening? We don't need all this. All we need is food for thought, the mind. Dash it away and give me the next thing. Ghana deserves better. We cannot prosper our nation by the way we are behaving. We cannot prosper this country behaving like jungle animals. We cannot prosper this nation behaving so foolishly. It's not going to help us, my brethren. We need food for thought. It's all about the mindset, as Nkrumah said. Next thing, and this is more disastrous, it says Sudan. What next after evacuating Ghanaians? Come here! What flag is that? Sudan, right? Beautiful flag. Now we have two Sudans. We have South Sudan and we have Sudan. They used to be one country, but they decided to fight over superiority. Brothers burnt down each other's homes, raped each other's wives, killed each other's children. Now it's a war zone. Bullets are flying like Christmas bangers. People are dying. South Sudan is one of the poorest countries in the world. Nobody wants to visit South Sudan apart from terrorists and thieves who want to go there and exploit the people, taking advantage of the situation. People are evacuating the place. In fact, refugees in their own countries. Look at women and children. They are the people who normally suffer when there's a crisis. But what is the problem in South Sudan? Watch this. It says evacuation. Yes, Sudan evacuation. 74 Ghanaian nationals expected in Accra on May 2. Hold it there. You see, Ghanaians and Nigerians are everywhere. There's no country in the world you go to and you find Ghanaians and Nigerians. Even in hell, Nigerians and Ghanaians are there. In fact, if you go to Iceland, that country is so cold. You go to Reykjavik, so extra cold. We live in the tropics, but Nigerians and Ghanaians have been able to adapt. In fact, they can even walk naked on the ice and nothing happens. They are used to the ice more than the Icelanders. Hey, Ghanaians and Nigerians, they are so sly, so terrible that they can imitate anything the Chinese would make. Yet we don't use that imitation to develop our nations. No, we use it to cheat each other and rob each other. What a curse. What are you doing in Sudan? Why? To go to Sudan, I'll go to Togo. To go to this country where bombs have become Christmas crackers, I will go to Benin. In fact, I'll go to Kwesingpe. I will go to Salaga. I will go to Tamale. I will go to Binduri. I'll go to Duri Gaga or Gaga Duri. Or I'll go all the way, hey, to Bobo Jolaso. But Ghanaians are in Sudan. Why? Because we have the dwarfed mind Lilliput in power. And everywhere has gone haywire. Why? Read the story. The first batch of 74 Ghanaian nationals being evacuated from war-torn Sudan would be airlifted from Addis Ababa to Accra on Tuesday, May 2. That's yesterday. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has said. The ministry, in a statement shared with the Ghana News Agency, said 76 Ghanaian nationals had successfully crossed the Sudan-Ethiopia border with the assistance of officials of the Ghana Embassy in Ethiopia and were currently in Addis Ababa. It said arrangements were in place to fly 74 of them to Accra on Tuesday, May 2. Additionally, one footballer and 2 engineers had been assisted by officials of the Ghana Embassy in Egypt to cross over the Egyptian border post of Wadi Halfa, north of Sudan, while 2 other footballers were going through immigration formalities, it said. The ministry wishes to reiterate its commitment to evacuate all willing Ghanaian nationals in Sudan to safety to neighboring countries such as Egypt and Ethiopia, it assured. It therefore urged those in need of assistance to take note of the details of the following persons who were on standby to help them to cross their respective borders. And there they have given numbers. Do not be surprised that you can call these numbers from now till the following week and nobody answers. And even when they answer, they are rude. Hey, what? So what? Can't you see that? That's it. The so-called politician is not good. They have no respect for their fellow Ghanaians. I go to America, I pick up a phone, and I call any institution and agency. Hello, sir. How are you doing, sir? I hope you're good today. How may I help you, please? Blah, 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 blah. Talk nicely. They are happy. They make you feel like by talking to you, they are being paid. As if your phone call is putting money in their pockets. As if the phone call that you have just sent them is putting food on the table. Not here. You call the Ministry of Defense 6 trillion times, nobody answers. The Ministry of Employment, if you are lucky, you will hear cockroaches making noise in the phone line. Press 1 if you want to speak with the minister who is at a barbering shop. Press 2 if you want to speak with the minister's wife who is making a bank coin right now. Press number 4 if you want to speak with the minister's son who stole his money 2 weeks ago. Press 8 if you want to wait and speak with an agent who will not respond. You don't know which one. And if you want to speak Arabic, press 6. My God. Don't press any number. When you press, it will direct you to another set of 20 numbers. You will keep pressing and pressing until you have only 1 minute left on your... Why are we doing this to ourselves? Come here! I go to America, I don't see this. I go to England, I don't see this. When human beings treat human beings like human beings, not when animals behave like they are human beings and they treat human beings like animals. Why Sudan? What are you doing in Sudan? Dash! Now listen, I have a question I want to ask you. After evacuating them, what next? Remember Tunisia? A few weeks back, the Tunisian president incited Tunisians to go out there and beat up and possibly even kill West Africans, black people. After all, the Tunisian president said they were trying to blacken Tunisia. They are white, they are light skinned, they don't want black people there. But the way black people are going in there, very soon people will think that Tunisia is a black country. They don't see that. It's the same thing we experienced from Morocco. We saw our own black people slaughtered and killed. We remember Lampedusa, when our own brethren were trying to cross. Many of them were slaughtered on the high seas. Many of them had their ships capsized, and they became food for the whales and the sharks. We saw a lot of our own brethren running away from Africa. In the days we were running back to Africa, today we are running away from ourselves. The big question I'm asking, how many Ghanaians were evacuated from Tunisia? You know what happened? We don't even have Ghana Airways. We have to go to Ethiopian Airways, talk to the Ethiopian Airlines people, and beg them that we'll pay them some paltry fees to go there and pick up our indigents. What happened to Ghana Airways? How do you feel when another nation's aeroplane drops and is getting ready to pick people from different countries? How do you feel? Do you know how important it is to have a national airline? What happened to the Ghana Airways? Very crazy politicians, egotistical, dwarfed minds of presidents are all over. They are not ready to think like human beings. And when we use words like this, they don't like it. After evacuating Ghanaians, what next? Are we going to treat symptoms, or we are going to cure the deadly disease of immigration? What made them enter Sudan? Are we interested in knowing? What would make a Ghanaian go to Sudan? One, you don't speak Arabic. Two, a lot of you are not Muslims. Thirdly, you are not a desert man. Why are you in Sudan? Even me, when I dress like this, In fact, I think I even look more Sudanese than Ghanaians. But a lot of Ghanaians see this as funny. Yet, you are going to the funny man's land, where a lot of them dress like this and even add more. You don't speak Arabic. You are there. Why? Or are you going to join the Sudanese army? There must be a reason they are there. And it's economic, nothing more. You think they are there to look for wives? You think they are there to look for lands to farm? No. Economic reasons. We're going to deal with this. How can we make our country enviable like the ancient Ghana that we named ourselves after? I will keep hammering this until it makes sense to people. Oh, a war has erupted somewhere. We are going to bring our indigents. Is that all you know? You go and evacuate your people and miss that you are doing something good. You are crazy. You don't have common sense. Hey! Russia went all the way to invade a country recently. And we all saw what happened. What happened in Ukraine? Ghanaians were there. And when the Ghanaian authorities went there in borrowed aircrafts to bring the Ghanaians, they said, you know what? In fact, we prefer sitting here and the Russians will shoot and kill us to returning to Ghana. Hey! If I were president, I will break down. Like the Bible says, I will strip naked and wear sackcloth and put dust on my head. Oh, Jesus. If I were president and I was confronted with this, where I go to evacuate citizens from another country, my own indigents, and they look me in the face and say, Mr. President, please do us a favor. Leave us here to die from the gunshots and the bombs. It's better to die here than to return to our country. Why are you president? Why are you president? Why? I will cry. I will resign that very day. Hey! You think that Americans will fly their planes and come to any country around the world and say they are going to evacuate Americans? Before it even happens, the American intelligence tells them that, hey, within this period something will happen, all Americans leave. But we have no intelligence, we have foolishness. We know nothing. Oh, how would we have intelligence? When your Minister of National Security was modeling in front of a prostitute's camera, he's not digital, he doesn't even know that you can record somebody like that. He stood there disgracing his family, moving around. He was on a national mission, but he went on a libidinous spree. Sudan, what next after evacuating Ghanaians? Are we giving them jobs? Are we giving them some housing? Are we going to re-establish them? Or bring them and then give them 7 cities and ask them to go to Bolgatanga like we do to our prisoners? You are in prison for 14 years, 20 years. The day you are told that you can now go home, you have served all your time. They give you 7 cedis. How much is 7 cedis? That is about 50 American cents. And they ask you to make a journey of about 400 miles with 7 cedis. Are you human beings or you are animals? You are worse than a sheep. You feed your prisoners as if they were not human beings. A lot of them are innocent. The people who should go to prison are the ministers and the politicians. They are those stealing and lying. I smoke a little bit of herbal something and I'm arrested and I'm in there for 14 years. The minister who is stealing and doing all kinds of garbage, he's walking around and he feels good. And when I serve 14 years and I come out of jail, you give me 50 cents and say I should make a journey of 400 miles with that money. You know what happens? They remain in the area, and the way they can survive after 14 years of not seeing society, they go back into crime. To God be the glory. My name is Blakk RASTA. When we return, we shall talk some more. Hey! Wayo! Alphonse de Lamartine. He says sometimes just one person is missing, but the world seems depopulated. It reminds me of the story of Yeshua HaMashiach. Only one sheep was missing, but he left the rest of the sheep at one side and went out looking for that one missing sheep. That is how important humanity is. Let one American fall sick in Ghana. The whole American army would be in Ghana to find out what happened and he fell ill. Let 1 million Ghanaians be killed in Libya. Let 1 million Nigerians be killed in Sudan. No, we are investigating. And as soon as we are finished with the investigation, we will go there and see what is happening in that country of Sudan. Are you human beings or animals? One American sodomizes a child in Uganda. The Ugandans get angry and lynch him. The whole American beast flies all the way from New York, John F. Kennedy Airport, and lands in Kampala. Guns pulled out, bombs ready to fly because of one pedophile. Yet, 1 million Nigerians are killed in Libya, and they are still investigating. 1 million Ghanaians are killed in Algeria and Morocco. And we are talking with the president. We want to find out what really happened. They will come back and tell you only 2 Ghanaians were killed. The media lied. If you do not put value on your citizens, nobody will put any value on you. Neither would he put citizens. For how long can we continue saying this? What's wrong with us? For me, in fact, next time anybody will be president of this country, 2 very important things. They must be Pan-Africanist historians. And 2, they have to be vegans. You must not eat meat. You must not eat fish. You must not drink milk. Because this is where there's so much greed. Now, if you can hold yourself from eating all these things, it means that at least you are able to control yourself from so many different things. 1, you will stay healthy. 2, you will stay away from greed. And thirdly, because you are a historian who is a Pan-Africanist, you would follow the dictates of Pan-Africanism. Come here. Run the next story. What does it say? Watch it. It looks like this one too is about the same patriotism thing. Dual citizenship. The ugly, two-faced non-patriot. Jesus. You remember we've been talking about this dual citizenship. We have people in this country like Gabi Asari Ochodako. Find me his photograph. And we hear, allegedly, that he has 2 passports. 1 British, 1 Ghanaian. Because he was born in Chelsea. As it's been said and documented. And he was born at a time that he could get citizenship. He grabbed it. He came to Ghana, grabbed it as well. So he's looking in the eye of a needle with 2 eyes. Where is your loyalty? These are the powerful people in Ghana, Gabi Asari Ochodako, that he can pick a phone and call the minister of environment to find out why he is stopping people from destroying the environment in illegal mining. Because he has power. The president is his cousin. Dual citizenship holder. I thought I was alone who had this kind of thinking. Because sometimes I overthink and people think I'm crazy. I am happy to be called a certified madman who is a patriot. Sometimes these long, short discussions, my brother, my sister, have a lot of people who think the same way. Today, I saw it in print and I had to upload. This is Gabi Asari Ochodako, born in Chelsea, holds a British passport. He holds a Ghanaian passport because the laws in this country would not allow him to be a minister of state. Maybe His cousin, the president, his uncle, the president, would have made him a minister. But he's more powerful than even a minister. More powerful. He can pick a phone and call a minister and order you to do A, B, C, D. Why did you seize excavators used to destroy our country? Or better still, used to destroy your country. After all, I am British. Watch the story. And it's interesting. I love this story. Hey, and this person supporting me. It looks like I am the only person talking about these dual citizenships in Ghana. And a lot of people are fighting me. But I'm happy that I am getting supporters. We are getting supporters. Dual citizenship restriction law must cover CEOs of state-owned enterprises, SOEs. And this is who? The Hefra boss. He's called Rashid Inusa. Hefra means what? Bring it back. Hefra means what? Health Facilities Regulatory Agency. This photograph you are showing me looks like the photograph of the man who was modeling in front of the prostitute's camera. He looks like him, Kandapa. But this is supposed to be Rashid Inusa, right? Are you sure? Do you know him? Okay, so that's him. So tell me the story. What is Rashid Inusa saying? He says the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, HEFRA, director, for the Ashanti region and a member of the New Patriotic Party. That's the party in government. So he's a member of this party. Rashid Inusa is pushing for a law that bans members of parliament, that's MPs, from holding dual citizenship to be made to cover all chief executive officers, CEOs of state-owned enterprises, SEOs too. Oh, you are. So he's saying this law should not only be binding on MPs, but any other person who takes a government position. Very soon, the conversation will go out to, for all Ghanaians. If you're a Ghanaian, no dual citizenship. You still have a choice. You can be an Afghan. You can go and be a South Sudanese. But you cannot be a Ghanaian and have another citizenship. It's banned. At a time we need loyalty. At a time our indigenes are cutting rail tracks. At the time that our indigenes are fleeing to South Sudan and some other places and they are being killed. Lampedusa, Morocco, Tunisia. This is when we need patriotism. We cannot afford to have dual citizenships. The other day they said South Africa, you can now enter without a visa. Hey, this country would have been empty. I'm glad they stopped it. All Ghanaians would have been there. Their pets would follow them. All the mosquitoes in this country and cockroaches would all flee to South Africa. After all, it's visa free. South Africa, are you crazy to do that? Don't do that. Let them put their house in order. They are not patriotic. They are behaving like animals, all of us included. Can you believe that they are cutting rail tracks and selling? Can you believe that they are stealing electricity poles and lines and causing darkness in the area and they don't care? Can you believe that they are not paying taxes yet? They are the first people to complain that the light is not working. Come here. His argument is that persons who hold dual citizenships and man these state institutions are sometimes tempted not to give off their best, as they have a second place to call home when they mismanage things. Dash it away, my brethren. Bring Rashid here again. Oh, Rashid. Wallahi, now go there. Now go there. Ha! These are the same things we've been talking about all this while. Idiots who have dual citizenships and don't give their best. Why did Nkrumah not have dual citizenship? He was qualified to have that. Did he take it? Nnamdi Azikiwe, did he take it? All the other people, did they take it? The great Africa, Sankara and the rest? No. It is thieving Africans who have no respect for their own motherland and they want to run. The other day, somebody confronted me. How about if my father is American and my mother is Ghanaian? Where do I belong? You choose. I should choose for you. Make I choose, give you. You choose. You must be loyal to one. So, are you telling me that if you are a twin, it means that the two of you can get married to one man? Or if you are males, you all can get married to one woman? You still have to choose your love, right? In everything in life, there are choices. Don't joke with me. Rashid is speaking. Gabi is holding a dual citizenship. Yet, he is powerful. How can we cut off their wings? By forcing them to choose one. You are free. If you're an American, we are okay. When we come to America, we would follow you so you show us around New York City, the Big Apple. When you come to Ghana, we'll also take you to Accra, Jamestown. We'll take you to Lavender Hill. And show you the thing where they happen for there. Yeah, you go chop kwekpele by all means. This is the Blackboard, aka AKUFO-ADDO. I remember, we are supported by Isit, ISIT, in spirit, in truth. If you are tired of social media's negativity, all the violence, all the nudity, this is your app. It's devoid of all the nudity and the violence and the negativity. But you can still use it to do anything social media does that's positive. Upload your videos, upload your photographs, make video calls, audio calls, and even go live. And the thing is that it's produced by Africans. So Africans, we also have good engineers as well. This is our app, our responsible app. I am on Isit. Catch me there, let's talk. App Store and Google Play, you can download from these places for free. This is the Blackboard. When we return, there's more. Hey! Wayo!
Blackboard, AKUFO-ADDO.
This is the Blackboard, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. Remember, we are on YouTube, and our channel is called Black Empire Media. Black is spelled B-L-A-K. Remember to subscribe to this channel, introduce that to your friends and family, and click on the notification button so that every time we come live, you'll be able to pick up first. The signals will hit you first. This is the show. It's called the Blackboard, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. In fact, we are rewiring the minds of our people. Come here. Next, watch this. U.S. car thieves target Ghana. U.S. car thieves target Ghana. It looks like Ghana is becoming a playground for criminals. We all remember Alistair Matthias. We all remember how he said that the president was his lawyer at the time, and the president was his good friend. This was the same Alistair Matthias who was crowned by the king of gold, Otumfuo. We are not going into these investigations. I don't know. A lot of cars are stolen from America, and they are bringing them to Ghana. The National Geographic decided to, in fact, investigate this, and it brought them to Ghana. Oh, Ghana. Oh, Dabi. Next time you see a short man running for president, be careful. Next time you see an old man running for presidency, be careful. Next time you see a man telling you that you are sitting on gold and money and you can't see, and that you need him to unearth that, be careful. Next time you see an arrogant man running for presidency, be careful. He's nothing but a beggar. How stolen vehicles from the U.S. end up in Ghana? National Geographic investigation. Run it. The documentary highlights the activities of car thieves in the U.S. and how they collaborate with people in Ghana to get the stolen vehicles into the country. Run it. Into the country, shipped from the U.S. to Ghana, and how the VIN, as a vehicle identification number, is altered to help prevent security operatives from detecting the vehicles that are stolen. The investigation by Mariana Vanzella for the National Geographic Channel exposes the syndicate shipping some of the stolen vehicles to Ghana. Sometimes the VIN of a salvage vehicle bought at an auction is swapped with that of a clean vehicle stolen from the streets, and this does not raise any red flags when leaving the system in the U.S. It also talks about how people affiliated with the syndicate have amassed wealth as a result of engaging in the business. The investigative journalist speaks to sources and people involved in the U.S. and follows it up with a trip to Accra, Ghana, to speak to some of the people associated with the business and able to show a sample of a stolen vehicle, Mercedes-Benz C250, in the streets of Accra that is in a garage and being offered for sale. The documentary establishes that that particular Mercedes-Benz had a VIN swapped with a salvage Mercedes. Some of the gang members who spoke to Vanzella explained to her how they undertake their activities and the structure of the international crime syndicate, where cars stolen on the streets of America end up outside of the U.S. and in places such as Ghana. Vanzella traveled to Ghana to meet some of the local players, including a hacker or a black market trader and another person who handles the business aspect of the enterprise. The two gave the journalists insights into the local trading of stolen cars and how they are able to get the cars into the Ghanaian system without raising any red flags. Dash it out. So you see, Al Jazeera came here to investigate, and they realized that our cocoa farms are full of forced labor and children used as labor, child labor, and so much more. Al Jazeera. We denied it. And then they realized that our cocoa farms have now become galamsey or illegal mining sites. We denied that because we are full of propaganda. Al Jazeera was here alongside CNN, and they saw how children were used as slaves in the Volta region. Some of them thrown into the water to serve as bait for the fish, and the children are killed night and day. Is this a country? Are we okay, or we are animals? What's the problem? And we denied all this, only for Information Minister Ponkron to come and say, oh, we are collaborating with CNN to be able to, stamp out this big English for nothing. Now car thieves are here, and they have a syndicate that is helping them sell these cars. Everybody wants to drive a car. Every idiot in Ghana wants to sit in a car now. And there are those who are flying it all over the place. Now people don't even want to go to school. After all, school is a waste of time. When you have people like Honorable Kennedy Japan demeaning school and telling you that there's no professor in Ghana who is rich, therefore school is useless. And that he didn't go to school and is rich. Being rich is the ultimate. When you have your mindset like that, you know that you are in for a big crisis. So Ghana, you are now becoming the hub of criminals. You see what we're telling you from the start? Stop this nasty behavior. Now the criminal capital of Africa is moving away from Nigeria and is coming to Ghana. You will not be called 419. You'll be 4110. When we return, we have more. Dash this away. We have more. Remember, Isit is the key Isit is the app. Download it from App Store, Google Play, and make sure that you get on it and see the positivity. It's clean, it's neat. I love Isit in spirit, in truth. Dash it away and bring the last thing. We're going to spend just 2 minutes on this and we are done. Last item, right? Watch it. What does it say? OTIKO GHANAIANS jabs AKUFO-ADDO for lazy leadership. Oh, you are. This is OTIKO GHANAIANS. Her daughter used to school with my little brother somewhere in Tamale called Dan Shelley. Yeah, and from that time, I knew a little bit about her. She was married to Lawyer Tapam. And then Lawyer Tapam passed on. He was sick. There were rumors left, right, and center. Nana AKUFO-ADDO gave her a ministerial appointment, Minister of Women, and blah, 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 blah. She was in there. Then she was reshuffled. She was supposed to go to Italy and be the ambassador there. She refused the appointment and preferred that she would stay without any appointment. What a bold woman. There was a time she was speaking so much about President Mahama. Insult upon insult. In fact, it was nauseous. I didn't like it. So I just decided that I will not even go into it at all. OTIKO GHANAIANS says what? She's a member of the ruling government. Sit up, OTIKO GHANAIANS descends on government. It says, former gender minister under the New Patriotic Party, OTIKO Afisa GHANAIANS, has called out government over what she says is the apathetic outlook they are portraying despite the current state of the economy and the outcry of Ghanaians. And if you say there's apathy, it means carelessness. Apathetic is carelessness. You don't care. According to her, Ghanaians entrusted their lives and future in the hands of the ruling government when they decided to vote for the NPP in the 2020 elections. And therefore, it falls on the government to sit up and do better with its decisions. Dash. So, Mr. President, I don't know how you sleep. Everybody's saying that you have failed. Your own party members are telling you that you are apathetic. When you go to South Africa and they're talking about apartheid, they tie you into that apathetic behavior. You don't care. You are a lazy president. You are refusing to think. Well, I don't know if I don't know. But this is what it is. OTIKO GHANAIANS is part of this government, but he's been off it because she refused to take posting to Italy. She's a strong woman. She's proving to them that she can survive without politics. And I do admire her, honestly. If I have the opportunity, I will have tea with her. And she's a pretty woman as well. Isn't she? Nice, beautiful African woman. Well, Mr. President, you see, Ochamia on him kasano say, nana, wawa swum. Say what? Keep laughing. He was with the Japanese Prime Minister and begging. Again, you have turned this country into a land of beggars. You are a big disgrace to this nation. With all disrespect. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. It's been the Blackboard, AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. Please do me a favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Black Empire Media. Click on the notification button so that every time this one comes out, you'll be able to pick it up. What are your comments? Send them under there. Our YouTube comments, segment. We like to read from you. What do you think about this? How can we make it better? How can we serve you better? This has been the Blackboard, AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Hey! Hey! Wayo!